For us, this whole journey of addiction and trouble started in high school, kind of came to a head in college when we really realized that this was not just a season of partying.
Started using drugs in high school. It started fun, and then it became something quickly that was necessary for me. It was a crutch that I started to lean on through harder drugs as I got into college.
I mean, I started using, and very quickly after selling drugs at 12 years old.
Well, I'm 39 years old, and I have struggled with drugs since I was 16 years old. I slowly gave them control of my life, and when I was 30 years old, I hit rock bottom.
Started using at the age of 12. It ended up leading me to prison and chasing the wrong things in life.
Right before I turned 21, I started drinking. The first time I drank 30 beers. First time, because I was able to, because I had a high tolerance already from painkillers and surgeries, and then that led to everything else.
I was what I would describe as a somewhat high-functioning alcoholic. I had a job in the corporate world. There was not any brief sobriety even over the 20 years. Yeah, Vision Warriors offered me what I did not want the most, and that was connection. I wanted to handle things on my own, which led to isolation, which fueled my alcoholism. And the connection at Vision Warriors is one of the main reasons I'm sober today.
Unless you've lived with someone with an addiction problem, you wouldn't understand. Finally finding someone to give them some hope and give men their lives back, give them their families back, give them their identity back.
Vision Warriors has offered me sobriety today, and it's all because of Vision Warriors.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 2.5 years is the longest I've ever known him to be sober, which is amazing. I mean, we're going on 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been awesome.
It came to a head at one point where, I nearly lost my life. If it wasn't for my dad finding me by the grace of God at midnight in my bedroom in the basement, I was probably 5 minutes away from that kind of being it and being the end of my story. Spent a few days in the ICU and then got out and kind of started a journey of figuring out who I am, and then I came to Vision Warriors.
In 2014, when my sons were 14 months and 3 weeks old, I was arrested. And that's initially what drove me to want to quit using drugs. I found Vision Warriors and contacted Kirk, and he invited me to a Thursday night meeting and gave me a ride home afterwards. And 2 weeks later, I moved in. It took many years for that trust and relationship to be restored. But today, they know that they have an active father.
Some of the best help that I ever got was from spiritually minded, godly men that would say, what's going on in your life? Do you think it should be like this, or do you think it should be like that? What's God telling you about it? Because that's the most important thing. It isn't what Jason says. If I'm relying on God to help others, it encourages others to rely on God for themselves.
I just celebrated 5 years in recovery myself. Program of Alcoholics Anonymous I've learned it's a design for living. We can't live in our fears and let our fears drive us to do something or to prevent us from doing something. We fear the unknown.
It was hard not living with Brandon for a year almost. But knowing where he was and what that place was, and being invited there many times for a lot of the things, to Christmas get together and just different things like that.
Being there emotionally for other men and for my wife and financially, it's just all the way around the board. It's just taught me how to be the man I'm supposed to be.
It's because of Jesus' yes on the cross that we are still talking about it today. And it's incredible to me, the power of one yes, and then the daily commitment to that yes. And I get the privilege of experiencing Kirk's yes today. What 10,000 days ago he said yes to, I now get to reap the benefit of, and everybody in the house that I live with gets to reap the benefit of, simply because of his willingness to surrender. Because I know Kirk will be the first person to say that it's only because of what God is doing in and through him.
We do a lot of things for a lot of people in the community. We donate to people. We're able to help those in need. We're able to help locals. We spread the word through our Bible studies, and I think we directly affect the local businesses and churches around through Vision Warriors.
My life, the way it is today, I never, not once, seen myself as a general manager of a company, having an awesome credit score, been clean for 15 months, having another baby on the way, about to purchase a home, and all this has happened while I've been at Vision Warriors.
Now we're going to start our life together, and I just pray every day that he will continue this, and that he'll stay connected and just do what he needs to do. And my other son, Liam, adores him, and we just can't be without you. Love.
I can't thank Kurt enough and Vision Warriors enough for what they've done and what they continue to do, and how many more men that they will change.
Vision Warriors has given me freedom as a mom, because I can lay my head on my bed at night and know that he's got brothers around him who hold him accountable, who love him, who are watching out for him, who can call him on his stuff when I don't know what he's going through. And I'm just so thankful for that. So for me, where he is now has just brought freedom to my life, not just me personally, but our marriage, but then also my relationship with my son, because I don't have to be the one worried and calling him all the time and where are you and how are you, and are you doing all the healthy things that you need to do to stay healthy? Are you going to meetings, all these? I don't have to ask him that anymore. I can just be his mom, and I can just love him.
What recovery has enabled for me is an ability to get these things that I didn't know that I wanted. I knew that doing drugs was not good for me, and so I wanted to be sober. But I've been sober and I was miserable. So that's missing the mark completely for me. What I got that I didn't know I was looking for was self-respect, self-esteem, community and brotherhood, trust another man, like trusting other men, and really a sense of hope for my life, and being in touch with purpose and God's will.
Vision Warriors is, I don't know how I could believe in it more as a parent. This place has created within our family hope that we didn't think was possible.